Okay, we're here with the amazing Dr. Neal Smith, who's going to be working with us on a beautiful entree for Thanksgiving, a vegan entree. So giving thanks to all the blessings we have, as well as the blessing of being able to enjoy Thanksgiving in a humane way. We were hoping to have been in our own kitchen, but a little technical glitch stopped that, but all is well now. So I'm here with Aaron and Alice. Allison, welcome. Allison, you can come over there, right? And so this is being recorded. We're going to post to the website, as well as the recipe that Dr. Neal is going to be preparing. So, Dr. Neal, you want to talk about it a little bit? You're on the air. Go ahead.
Well, how many people are attending? I only see you.
Yeah, right now that's all we have.
Several other people did sign up, so we're hoping they'll be here at 6:30.
Yeah, I told people to be ready to be here by 6:30 so we can cook together. I know
or online.
And there's online folks as well. I confirmed with everybody today.
Yeah. So I'm sure they'll be online. They'll log in. Maybe I'll just pause the recording.
You want to pause?
I'll pause the recording, okay? And then we'll restart when you're ready. Here comes Helene and Rick. Hi guys. Welcome.
And we have Karen with us now.
Yes, Karen is here, and Allison. So hello, Helene and Rick. You guys with? Oh, they're still autoing in.
All right, we'll give folks a few minutes.
Yeah.
Let me text a few minutes. Hey, guys, still got 7 minutes. So let me try and text some people.
I don't know, the reheat. It's like the reheat and like a minute and a half left.
Okay. Yeah, everyone is saying they're going to log on. Expecting another 3 or 4 people. Expecting at least another 5 people now. Okay, oh good, Carol joined us. Welcome, Carol. You're on mute, but good to see you. I can't hear you. You're on mute, my friend. I don't know if I can unmute that. There you go.
I want you to know I'm eating vegetable lasagna tonight for you.
Oh, you're the best. That's awesome. No animal had to suffer, and you can.
That's right. Not tonight.
Not tonight. That's great. Good for you. Yeah. Good job, Carol. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you in good spirits after your knee. Okay, good. We got more people coming. Good. Okay, good.
So there's no way we can get this done, right?
There's no way. I mean, we would be looking for, yeah, but it'll be good. Neal's the star tonight.
You got people there in person?
Yeah, we have 2 folks right here. We got Karen and Allison and the rabbi's here and someone else.
Just unpause the recording.
Stop it.
Oh, no, unpause it. Oh.
Pause it, unpause. It's recording.
That's recording.
Yeah,
okay,
we're good. Yep.
All right.
Oh, good. Someone pulled up?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. We have 2 online folks. We have 3 here, plus the rabbi. Someone else just pulled up. And it's 5 minutes still. I told everyone 6:30 to log on. So we're getting there.
Okay.
Okay. This is exciting. I've never had a dish like this. This looks really simple and very tasty. So can I ask you a question, Dr. Neal? So
Yeah, sure.
You became a Whole Foods, is it a Whole Foods vegan or just vegan?
I am,
How would you describe?
well, I am vegan, and I was gonna, when everyone's on board, I'll go into that. how
Go
that
into
happened.
that. Okay.
Because, you know, if you would have asked me 6 years ago if I'd ever do this, I'd say you're out of your freaking mind.
Yeah. Same here.
It was not on my personal horizon.
Same here. I'm in the same boat with you. I spent 7 years perfecting my barbecue. I have a gorgeous smoker that I haven't lit in 2 years. It's crazy. I'm only 2 years into it, but I can't believe it either. It's nuts. But surprisingly, very doable, satisfying, an adventure. Now you started a longer time ago. It's much harder now. You know. Yeah. So I can't wait to hear. So I look forward. Oh, good. Ellen's joining us. So this Alex is probably on board now. Let's see. He's connecting. Good deal. And there's Alex. Welcome. Let's see. Let's wait for his audio to welcome in there. There you go. Welcome, Alex.
Alex, how are you?
Okay.
Hi there, how
Hey,
are
Neal.
you?
Hey,
Okay. So Alex's family had an Italian restaurant, right? So
Yes,
he's ready.
Yes, that was a cop.
That was a cut. Okay,
He
the
said, "What's
Yeah.
that donuts? I'm not coming."
All
right.
All right, we're at 6:27. Maybe we'll give another minute or two. Maybe we'll catch another person. We're getting
You want
close.
to tell everyone about the Shemayim? Have you done that?
No, we really haven't talked about Shemayim and
Once you,
I know.
sure. Sure.
I'll split.
I think I'll leave it on.
Whoops, I'm still the host. Why isn't it letting me? It does that sometimes. All right. Spotlight. There you go. Okay,
Okay,
so go ahead. Do you want to give a general intro?
sure. Okay.
There you go.
So this, the initiative to teach and share about plant-based eating, this initiative is funded by Shemayim, which is the Jewish animal advocacy group, raising awareness of the power of the plate, mindful eating. They bring together people that are not only vegan, vegetarian, and people that are eating consciously because they realize that their decisions really impact our health, our community, and the planet. So these people are called mindful eaters, ethical eaters, they're reducitarians, flexitarians. These are the people that are getting together and they're asking us to reduce our animal consumption. And I'm fully on board with that. I've toured around with them for a year as a guest speaker, as a health coach, talking about the nutritional aspects and what I've seen in my clientele, which has really been fascinating because my practice is to bring about health benefits through exercise and nutrition. And as far as I can see, the whole foods plant-based diet is the most powerful healthy, nutrition that, strategy that you can embrace. So I applaud Dr. Neal, who did this a while back, as he said, not by his choice, but thank you so much for sharing. And I look forward to this. Yeah.
oh, you're welcome. And everyone, welcome. Rohim Habaim, welcome to my kitchen. And just let me give you some background about me. 10 years ago, I retired from medicine. I was an obstetrician gynecologist and had a very successful career, but due to certain circumstances, I elected I had to stop working 10 years ago. I just had my 10th year anniversary in October. And I was almost 60. For my 65th birthday, well, let me just stop for a second. Sometime after I retired, I no longer needed to live near the hospital. I was practicing out of Hackettstown Hospital. So Debbie and I moved to Parsippany to be closer to the theater, to be closer to the symphony, to the things we love doing. Anytime you wanted to do something living in Long Valley, it was 40 minutes to get to a highway or whatever. And it was just, we just weren't enjoying living there anymore. Anyway, so we lived out in Parsippany, and here I'm 5 years after retirement, and I figured I ought to find myself an internist. I don't have any really serious health problems, but I figured I'm getting older. If I get sick, I ought to find a doctor. Well, the doctor I found, the problem with a lot of doctors here in the Parsippany Morristown area is that either they're not taking new patients, or you'll be seeing a physician's assistant or nurse practitioner. Now, in general, I don't have any real problems with that. I had 3 midwives in my practice, and they were very, very smart and very effective. But I just felt I wanted to see a physician. So what did I do? I did what most consumers do nowadays. I looked at Yelp reviews. And I found this guy who had wonderful, wonderful Yelp reviews. And at least that told me he has good bedside manner. You know, he doesn't put people off. And I figured, being a physician, if he wasn't any good, I'd see that right away. So at the time of my initial visit, I came to him. I weighed, well over 200 pounds at the time. I was taking medications for cholesterol. I was taking, I had significant psoriasis. I was taking all sorts of topical medications for that. My blood pressure was borderline elevated. And his exam lasted about 2 minutes. He took my blood pressure and just looked at me. He said, "Neal, you're overweight and you're taking too many medications." I said, "What do you mean I'm taking too many medications? I'm taking this for my cholesterol. I'm taking this stuff for my psoriasis." He said, "No, you're just taking too many things." I said, "Well, you know, there's a strong family history in my family of psoriasis. There's a strong family history of diabetes. I'm afraid I'm going to get diabetes as I get older." And he stopped me right there. He gave me a whole lecture on how my body was in a chronic inflammatory state. Figure, how does he know? He says, "Well, what do you eat?" Well, I eat probably like the majority of people who are watching this. I eat anything and everything. And I wasn't really that careful with portion size. I did exercise semi-regularly, but there I was well over 200 pounds. So he made a recommendation to me. Before I left, he wrote down the title of 2 books. He said, "Please read them. You can see them in the background." One is How Not to Die. That's by Michael Greger. And the other one is Eat to Live by Dr. Joel Fuhrman. Now, the one Eat to Live is a really tiny book. So that's the one I read first. And basically, it talked about how the American diet, or anyone's diet, could be improved by cutting down on the amount of animal product that you eat. That the less animal product that you eat, the greater chance that you're going to have health improvements. And you'll probably lose weight and not gain it back if you can keep following this kind of a diet. And he gave there's some recipes in there, but it seemed like a lot of work. But it made sense. And then I got the other book, which is a lot bigger. And what it does, it goes, talks about various categories of disease, blood cancers, heart disease, lung disease, diabetes. It talks about major disease processes that are very common in the United States, and talks about how your diet is probably the culprit in most cases. That we as physicians do not cure illness, we treat illness. And the upshot of these books is, if you follow this diet, you will cure many of your illnesses or make them much less severe. I got halfway through the second book, and I just finished a big breakfast. I was reading the second book, and I was halfway through it, and I told Debbie, I said, "You know what? This makes a lot of sense. I am now a vegan." And just like that, I became vegan. And the effects were immediate. In no time at all, I lost 20 pounds in general, and I lost another 10 or 15 pounds after that. I no longer have, I also had asthma. I no longer have exercise-induced asthma. My blood pressure is fine. My cholesterol is excellent. And my psoriasis, I stopped using psoriasis medications 2 years ago. I am all but cleared. I have a few teeny tiny patches that haven't gotten any worse in the last 2 years. So I am convinced that these diet changes made a huge difference in my life. And if any one of you have any chronic health issues, if you're taking medications for any medical problem, you ought to take a look at these books, read them, and make a decision for yourself. Well, anyway, let's get to the cooking for tonight. I just wanted to introduce how I got to where I am. And I'm 5 years into being a vegan. And I cannot see going back because I see definite health improvement. So did anyone, I don't know how we can do this. Is anyone actually cooking with me, or am I just demonstrating how to do this?
I think tonight, unfortunately, because of our technical difficulty, you're going to be the only one cooking tonight. I do have one question for you regarding your diet. Okay. So how do you feel, or how much do you include of processed, vegan products like pasta, white pasta? Is that a regular part of your diet? Is that a minimum?
Tonight it is because I thought I had a bag of Trader Joe's whole wheat pasta, but I didn't. So I'm using.
Okay.
Yeah, generally I will use whole grain.
Yeah, but okay.
But I couldn't demonstrate this without using pasta at all. Anyway, the dish I'm going to demonstrate tonight is called fusilli with minted eggplant sauce. And what I did, I previously, I got a very nice eggplant. And the recipe calls for 2 eggplants, but since it's just Debbie and me, I have the recipe for me. The recipe, it was probably sent out with the emails. If it wasn't, I'll make sure it goes out. And what you do is you take a eggplant, you cut the ends off, and then you slice it lengthwise. And then you cut cross hatches in it. Put it in the oven, put it down, flesh side down, and you put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 40 minutes. Once you've done that, and it's cool enough to handle, what you want to do is you want to take a spoon, and it's hard. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a spoon, I'm going to be scraping the meat out of the eggplant, and I'm going to take care not to include any of the purple skin. Unfortunately, I can't show you how I'm doing this, but really there's no mystery to this.
So we don't like the skin? Okay.
No, the skin is very bitter. And I guess if you like, maybe if you like the skin, you could throw it in there. It wouldn't hurt anything, but I don't think it would taste that good.
If anybody like to, throw in some kibitzing, it's always good. It's an old Jewish tradition. So feel free to unmute and add to the dialogue. So, okay. So how long did you cook the?
40 minutes, and this is the skin after I shelled it out.
Can you show us how you do that? How can you put it, angle the camera down a bit so we can see?
Well, I can and I can't because I'm all full of gunk. But basically, you take a spoon and just like a soup spoon. You don't want to use too big a spoon. You won't be able to.
40 minutes and then scrape it out. Okay.
And just scrape it out.
Yeah.
It will fall right out.
Falls out.
Nice.
To get the meat of the.
Yeah.
And I don't know what is that what you're saying? The skin is the bitter part?
Yeah, the skin is the bitter part. You toss the skin. Hey, listen, if you like the skins, I can just.
I eat it all.
I
like the skin.
If you give, I'll send the skin. I'll send the skin to the synagogue.
Okay, yeah. We'll deep fry it.
Oh no.
All right. And what you do is you put the eggplant in a food processor.
And I don't have.
Could you use a blender if you don't have a food processor?
You could use a blender. I'll tell you why. A blender is acceptable, but I'll show you the step where it may not work out that well.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just wash my hands. Yeah.
I don't need one. I don't have any room for one. Yeah, you'll make one.
I like that.
Also for chopping salad, I have that thing that you do the.
Oh, yeah, nice, nice.
I don't know, something about it.
Gotta have the right
Okay, so the ingredients that I'll be using, if you want to take notes, you'll be,
We did send it out.
Yeah, we sent
Yeah.
out the ingredient.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
okay, so the ingredients are out, but I didn't tell you what to do with them. Okay.
True.
Otherwise you wouldn't come to my cooking session. Okay, so the eggplant is in the blender, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add water and olive oil. I have them both together. Everything is pre-measured, just to speed things along.
Yeah, well, yeah. But you said finish.
I'm going to add the salt and pepper. I'm going to add brown sugar. Now I'm trying something new. This is coconut brown sugar.
Oh, neat.
And I think it's going to give it a very pleasant, different flavor. I don't know, but I'm
Okay,
willing to try it.
sounds fun.
You know, I accidentally took this out instead of the regular brown sugar. I said, hey, what the heck? Let's give it a shot. And I'm going to add some lemon juice. And let's see, did I forget anything? Salt, peppers. Oh, the recipe, you can use some crushed red peppers if you like things spicy. We don't, so I'm not putting that in. But you would put in like a half a teaspoon of ground red pepper if you like that. Now, once all these ingredients are in, we're just going to blend this in the food processor until it's smooth. And it's going to make some noise.
That's interesting.
Okay, nice and smooth. The next step, and here's where if you use the blender, it may not work out as well. I'm putting
Did you
in,
blend, pulse? How did you mix that?
it was blending. It was on constantly. I didn't pulse it. I'm going to pulse
Okay.
now. I'm putting in sun-dried tomatoes that I cut up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pulse them in. So they're going to get cut a little bit more, but you're going to see distinct pieces of sun-dried tomatoes. If you use a blender, chances are all that stuff is going to be blended into the sauce. It's okay, but it tastes better if you can get like bites of the sun-dried tomato. The flavor is more intense. So I'm just going to pulse this in a few times. That made quite a mess here.
I see Holly joined us.
Pardon me?
I see Holly joined us online. Welcome, Holly.
Okay, we're not done. So we're almost done. Now I cooked the fusilli pasta, and I have that in a pot it was cooked in. And the next step is real easy. You take your cooked pasta and you take your sauce. And you just mix it in.
Interesting. Eggplant sauce.
Eggplant sauce, that is,
Interesting.
what kind of cuisine does that come from? Is that like, classic hot?
It's probably Italianish, but Only,
Well,
but
you know,
I-
we all know Baba Ganoush. I guess, you know, I guess it has.
no, in fact, funny you should mention that. I have another eggplant that we prepared a few days ago. I forgot to do anything with it. I'm going to be making baba ganoush before I clean this out. So as long as it's dirty with eggplant, I'm going to make baba ganoush right after this.
Oh, nice.
So that's the eggplant mixed in with tahini sauce, right?
And
Well,
Yeah. That's
anyway, so
that's nice.
the last step to this, and I'm not going to do this, but what you do is you would take some fresh mint, and you chop it up really fine and put it in and just mix it in. The reason I'm not doing it is Debbie doesn't like the mint, and the mint I have it's old. I forgot to buy fresh stuff anyway. So that's it. That's the dish. It's really not very hard. Most of the time you're going to spend.
Can we see it? We see you. We don't really see the.
Yeah, most of the time we're doing this, that you're going to spend is just waiting for the eggplant to cook. And everything else is about 10 minutes after that. Let me see.
A nice quick dish.
Can you see this?
Yeah, we see it now.
And that's it.
Very nice.
And it's
So is this a cold salad or you eat it lukewarm or what?
The time you serve it, it's hot, but it's excellent right out of the refrigerator also, you know, as a snack or as a light meal.
Yeah.
But it's very satisfying as a hot meal or a cold meal. So
then do you then heat that up once you add the eggplant to the sauce to the fusilli?
no, because typically the eggplant will have come right out of the oven and just cooled enough that you could handle it. The pasta just came right out of the stove and you just
Okay.
And you know, and when I added the oil and the water, typically what I'll do is I will heat that up in the microwave so I have boiled water, and that'll help keep the temperature up so you can serve it hot. But it's perfectly acceptable cold, and it's really very easy. And it's different. Even people who don't like eggplant will like this. If you don't tell them it's eggplant, they don't like it.
Yes. Yeah. That's why this is a great choice.
All right, well, I'm definitely gonna try this for my my Thanksgiving next
Yeah,
week.
I'm gonna try this.
And
Great.
thank you. So this has been a presentation of Or Halev, and Neal is one of the organizers and composer and inspirations of this beautiful online Jewish community. Also of Adat Shalom. There's a bunch of Adat Shalomniks here tonight. And of Shamayim, which is our wonderful sponsor and partner in vegan, cruelty-free Jewish cooking. So, Toda Rabah, thank you. I just wanted to mention that next Sunday the 5th, we are having our torch run. And if you're a runner, join us for a 1 mile run. If you're a walker, join us for a 1 mile walk. If you're a schlepper, schlep along. Or if you're a cheerer and to buy, we're going to have latkes, jelly donuts, and light the menorah with our families and sing some Hanukkah songs and have a nice little Hanukkah party at 4:15 on the 5th. Okay, and if you can make it on the 10th, a musical Kabbalat Shabbat in person and also on Zoom in a Dash Shalom. So I want to thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Neal. That looks really delicious. I wish you could just shove it through the computer.
Great job.
But,
Great job.
And so easy. That's what I like.
Delicious.
I like the easy.
I like a lot of people don't like eggplant, and I love that what you said is that, try it prepared a different way. And that's part of learning how to become vegan, is trying things in different ways, not giving up. You don't like it one way, try it another.
So like no oil, right?
Oh, there's some oil. There was some oil that was mixed into the sauce, and when you bake the eggplant, you put a light layer of olive oil over the flat surface.
Okay, so it doesn't stick. Got it.
But it's a small amount of oil.
A small amount of oil, yeah.
Right.
Now this recipe, when you do this full recipe, it calls for a half a cup of oil and a half a cup of water. I usually use, I use a 1:8 or 1:4 ratio. You don't really need that much oil.
Very good.
And it does not seem to affect the flavor in any negative way.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. And the salt and pepper, the only spice you used, mint.
Yes, and salt, pepper, and you can add some crushed red pepper if you like.
Very nice.
Very nice. Excellent.
All right. Well, thank you very much. So happy Thanksgiving, happy Hanukkah. And Yeshua, this is great.
Yes,
This is
thank
great.
you, everybody, for supporting.
Thank you for
We'll do
Aaron.
more. We'll do more.
Yeah, stay tuned for more great programming with Shemaim in person, online, and every other way. So we're going to sign off, and thank you very much, Neal. Happy Thanksgiving. Best to Rabbi Deb.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.